happening? What's up? You're watching All the Way Up with me, Aaron, and here to talk to you tonight about something that's very important about crypto. If you are somebody who's been in crypto for a while, you're probably okay to not watch this. If you're new, I just want to cover the probably most important thing you need to know is about wallets. Where do we store our crypto? Always hydrate, folks. It's good for you. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through setting up the Jax wallet. Now, I'm using Jax because it's a desktop wallet, and I can show you on this video stream. But there's a few different kind of wallets that you should know about. Generally speaking, if you're not going to hold a lot of crypto, then you're going to end up going with what's referred to as the light wallets or the hot wallets or SPV wallets. They're all the same thing. They're just called different things by different people, so to speak. So anyway, those are the ones that you're going to download onto your computer or on to your phone. Now, I would not keep all of your crypto on those. All right. If you're going to hodl your crypto, the most safest place to keep them is in two different wallets. One is a hardware wallet, and there are a few different companies. I'm not going to promote one over the other. I'll let you know that I have a Ledger Nano. I went with it because it works with most of the different platforms and things that I personally use. So it was nice to use it. So it works well with my Ether wallet. So do some of the other hardware wallets. But also, there's an exchange called Fork Delta that I use to exchange my ERC20 tokens on, and the Ledger Nano S works great with that. So something to keep in mind. And then there's paper wallets. Okay, you're like, a paper wallet? Yes. Now the thing with paper wallets, you got to keep in mind a few things here. If you create a paper wallet on your computer, it's going to be generating private keys. And I'll get to that in a second. The problem with creating that on your computer is if there's malware or Big Brother's watching or somebody's spying on your computer and you really don't know about it, they could have access to that. Or that file could be stored. Like when you print things to your printer, there's actual memory on a lot of your printers. So if you're going to create paper wallets, I would honestly suggest buying a cheap computer, something that's newer, but don't go crazy with it, and a printer that does not get online. All right, so the paper wallets, you can, many of the coins that are out there will give you the option or provide the files for you to download to create a paper wallet. I've created them for Litecoin and gave Litecoin to people that were getting married. So just keep in mind that if you do have your computer and printer and they are online, you're risking sacrificing those private keys. All right. So the number one rule with crypto is always, always, always own our crypto. Always, always, always own our private keys. So what is a private key? To explain it in simple terms, that private key is what gives you access basically to the blockchain. It's what creates your wallet addresses, and a lot of things are based off of that private key. It's your own key. There's only one private key like that. Okay, so if you lose that private key or someone gets access to that private key, ruh-roh, because you will lose your money. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind as far as what and how private keys work. All your wallets, when you set them up, have a private key working with them to generate your public addresses. Now, many of your wallets use what's called a seed phrase. In layman's terms, that's basically the human readable private key. So when you create these wallets, technically you should probably go offline until you write down your seed phrase. So I'm going to go through setting up Jax. Now mind you, I'm only using this as demonstration. I have Jax on my phone. I've used it to move things in and out. When I first got started, Jax worked great because it held a lot of different cryptocurrencies on it. And the team behind it, they stay up to date on things. I have had issues from time to time with it, but hey, we're in this innovation stage. I don't expect everything to work perfect, but I never lost anything with it, okay? So I just downloaded it. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. Open it all the way up. Crypto. Now, sometimes you download something like this on your Mac. It says, hey, this is from the internet. Do you want to open it? Of course, I do want to open it. So it's setting things up right now. All right, we're proud to present Jack. So it's just giving us some of the new features. So we'll just click continue down here. By clicking accept, yes, terms of service, privacy policy. You know, for all intents and purposes, yes, a lot of it is legal, jumbo, jargon, whatever, BS stuff. But once in a while, we should scan through things. I'm not going to do that just for the sake of doing this. Now, what's nice with something like Jax is if you had this Jax wallet on your phone and then you wanted to sync it up on a desktop, well, you can pair or restore it, and it's very simple. But I want to show you how you create a new wallet. All right, so I'm going to click continue, and the Express will automatically choose what cryptos are most popular. I'm going to choose custom just so you can see the list of cryptos that Jax supports. So obviously it's going to support Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, there's Dash, Zcash, Risk, Doge, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Test Network. So people that are trying to test things out or writing things for Ethereum, they can put the fake Ethereum or the Ethereum test coins on there and test it out. Golem, there's Augur, Basic Attention Token, Gnosis, Digix, Economy, Monaco, Bancor, Aragon, Token Cards, Civic, Stocks, BCAP, EOS, First Blood, Status, Poet, Qtum, Wings, Edgeless Melon, Co-Founded, Matchpool, CreditBit, iExec, Musiconomy, Santiment, Sol 10x, the PowerPlay, it must be decentralized app, PowerPlay, Engine, BlockMason, WorldCore, Ether. I mean, there's a lot on here. So you would go down and choose which ones you want to support, and you can always add more after you set up your wallet. I'm just going to do Litecoin real quick. I know I'm a huge, you guys that have watched me, you know I'm a huge fan of Litecoin because it's fast, it's cheaper. There's a few more of them out there, and I think Charlie Lee's in the perfect position to make Litecoin a huge success and be probably the majority of what gets used to pay for transactions every day. All right, and I don't want to do all these just because it takes too long for it to connect to what it has to do. All right, it says add your currency. So what type of currency do you want to see your crypto listed in? We'll make it simple. I'm going to check off USD. Now, I believe when you download this on your phone, and maybe they fixed it, I don't know, but USD was automatically checked, but continue didn't show up. So if that is checked, uncheck it, and then check it again, and you'll be able to continue on. Would you like to back up your wallet? Now, yes, I understand backup words. They force you to do this the first time. Well, I shouldn't say force. If I click skip, it's just going to set up my wallet. Or move on to the next step with setting up a PIN. But I'm going to say, yes, I want to do this. Now, mind you, you should probably disconnect from the internet while you do this. But I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So right now, it's giving me these wonderful, beautiful words, right? Now, the last thing we want to do is copy these or put them into a picture or something on our computer. Get out a pen, get out a piece of paper, and write these down. Don't do what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to jot these down in Word to make things simpler so I can finish demoing this for you, because at the next step I need to put these words back in there in the proper order to verify that I copied them down correctly. Alright, just make sure dish, bachelor, blush, puzzle, moon, vendor, later, dose, luggage, ethics, jazz, address. Alright, cool. So I got all those where they need to be. Again, do not do what I just did. Pen and paper to write that seed phrase down and then lock it up in a fireproof safe box. That is the most important. This is like your private key right here. Very, very, very important. I can't tell you again. That right there that you're looking at on the screen is the most important thing. Don't sacrifice it. Don't give it up. Protect it because it's your money. You're a bank now. When you get into crypto, you're your own bank. So remember that. All right. So I actually have a big piece of paper that I just started writing all my. Sometimes you don't get a seed phrase and you just get the private key. So I write the private key down, or I write down my seed phrases and stuff. So, and sometimes you can import seed phrases into other wallets. I know I've imported my seed phrase from Jax into Coinomi when I claim my Bitcoin Cash, and I'm hoping may be able to do that with my Litecoin Cash or whatever other wallet will support it. Sometimes you just got to get a little creative. But I may end up doing a Litecoin Core wallet. I don't know, Litecoin Cash Core wallet. Anyway, so now it's telling me to enter in my backup phrase. So again, you would have written this down on your favorite piece of paper to make your life less crazy and stressful. I'm just trying to resize my screen so I can see all these words here. I guess we'll just deal with it. Dish. There it is. Bachelor, blush, puzzle, moon, vendor, later, dose, ethics, jazz, address. I believe that was it. Yes. Alright, so I got them all in there. I think. Spell something wrong? Or did I miss one? Dish, bachelor, blush, puzzle, moon, vendor, later, dose, luggage, ethics, jazz, address. Is that 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did I spell luggage wrong? No. I'm not getting my next down there. What's going on? Oh, here it is. Ethics. Spelled ethics wrong. Sorry about that, guys. But if you do spell something wrong, you're not going to be able to move on. Just about every one of your wallets will be set up like that. So, good thing I caught that. Or I would have been saying what's going on. So I want to set up a security pin. Many of your wallets will ask you to do this. Basically, when you go to send a transaction, it will ask you for a security pin. I'm just going to check it, and then I'm just going to do something like that. It's going to ask me to put it in again. Hopefully you don't use something so simple as that. So now it's loading up my wallet. Now this is something new. I haven't seen Jax do this yet. Crypto exchange on board. What's nice about Jax is you can exchange right inside of the wallet. There's few wallets that will do that. Coinomi is one and Jax is another, so it's kind of nice to do that. And some of them have some other things going on. Simple backup phrase. Did you know 112 or backup phrase secures all your Jax digital assets, including all the ones we'll add in the future. Add a security pin. We did that. Customize your interface, sort your favorite assets, currencies. Okay, I got it. So there it is. When you add any more of your currencies in here, they'll have to sync up. So I'll just show you that real quick. I can come here. I go to wallets. And if I add Bitcoin and then close this, Bitcoin shows up top here. So then when I click on it, it has to sync up, and it already did it rather quickly. Okay, A couple things you want to receive. Well, you can set that up here, and then somebody could scan this, and it should show up on their Bitcoin address that you want to receive a certain amount. If you want to send, you would get someone's Bitcoin address, and you would paste it in there, and then type in the amount. And then the exchange part, you want to exchange what, Bitcoin for Ethereum, or any of the ones that they have listed. Now, they may not all be available because Jax uses a service called Shapeshift to exchange cryptos. But that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to show you guys wallets. So this is what's referred, Jax is what's referred to as a hot wallet or an SPV wallet or a light wallet. And basically what it does, rather than downloading all the blockchain transactions to your device, whether it's a computer or your phone, it just simply connects to a server, and the server has all the transactions, and the server connects your address to your device. It's pretty much, in layman's terms, how it works. So there's pros and cons of that, because if the server were to get hacked, I'm not saying that it would, but it's possible something could happen. But for all intents and purposes, we shouldn't have a large amount of crypto on hot wallets like this. Get them into wallets that can be offline, whether it's a paper wallet or a hardware wallet. Okay, so I'm just going to close out of this. Yes. So you guys, if you want to copy down my seed phrase, I don't care. I'm not going to use this. There will be nothing on there for you to steal. But if you were to input that seed phrase when you set up your Jax wallet, you would see Bitcoin and Litecoin already set up in there for you. So just that's pretty much it. So the big thing, if you're getting into crypto for the long term, invest in a hardware wallet. That's massively important. The paper wallets, yes, you can do them, but again, you need to get a computer that is offline, that's not connected to the internet, and you also need to get a printer that's not going to be connected to the internet. And then basically you download basically it's a website, is how most of these paper wallets create them. And you grab that folder, you throw it on that computer, it's not connected, so you stick it on a little USB drive and transfer it over. Open it up, create the paper wallet, print it out, and then you send the crypto to it. It's a pretty nice way to do things. You know, like I said, I use it as a gift for weddings. Normally, you know, I give money, cash, but I think crypto is better than cash right now. You ask my cousin. Ask my cousin. I gave him 2 Litecoin back in September of 2017, right when Litecoin was right around $50. He's a very happy camper. I told him to hold it, but he didn't. He about 3 weeks after his wedding called me up and said, "Okay, teach me. I need to know about crypto." So he got it. He's in, doing very well. Bounce a lot of things off him. He bounces things off of me. It's good stuff. So, but anyway, enough about that. I hope you guys learned something about wallets. I hope it's very important to all of you that are watching this. Again, do me a huge favor. Hit that like button down there if you like what I did. Comment if you want to. Maybe I mixed something up. Some of you guys maybe know a little bit more than I do. If I mix something up, let me know, and then I can go back and edit the video and make the correction. But I think I nailed everything pretty well. And then hit subscribe and share this, please. And if you guys are out there on Steam it, go ahead and like it, upvote it, whatever you want to do. I appreciate it. But I'm not forcing you guys to do that. Just trying to spread the love, you know? Anyway, I think that's all, and I'm out for the night. I'm going to go do some exchange and move some stuff around my portfolio. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, you're watching All the Way Up Crypto. I'm Aaron, and I'm out for the night. Peace.